Hey my friends, how's it going? It's Ultimus, and as most of you are aware, the other day we got a release date. Release date for Legion. August 30th. August 30th. The jokes are easy, the jokes are obvious, but that is, they said it would be, out before September. They said, September, what, 20th, 21st or so was their, absolute deadline. And they were shooting to be released before September. Well, they got it out. They're going to get it out, August 30th, which is, what, a day or two before September. Which seems a little silly to me. It's like getting it so close, like you can still say we got it out before September, but not quite. It almost doesn't matter. But there it is, summer release. Now, this I think is both good and bad. Please forgive me. I'm actually having a hard time seeing right now. My eyes are doing some funny things. It's really hard to focus. So if I look like I'm dazing off into the distance or rubbing my eyes a lot or have funny looks on my face, that might be what's up. So, but I see good and bad with this. My first concern was that they were going to try to rush it out to capitalize on all the people that just got done watching the Warcraft movie, which would have meant a June-July release. That I could tell you, even though I'm not a game dev, I'm not a genius when it comes to any kind of these sorts of things, but I could tell you that would have been way too early, just based on what we're seeing in alpha. Just way too early. However, I am a little concerned still that August might be a little too early. I am excited that we aren't going to have to wait till fall, but I feel like me and a lot of other players would agree, and maybe you disagree, and that's okay, but I would rather wait a month or two longer to make sure we actually get a finished product. And I know this is a lot of people's... I really think if you asked most people what their biggest concern for Legion would be, it's that it would be a repeat of Warlords of Draenor. And that is getting an unfinished expansion, getting, everything from zones and content patches and things like that released in such a way that it should have been released with launch of the game, but it wasn't, so it was brought in later as a content patch. I don't think that we'll see Blizzard make the same mistake of releasing one content patch, basically, throughout the course of Legion, but I just don't know, and I think that's the safest and biggest concern. I'm definitely in the boat that I am optimistic, but I'm also being realistic as well, and I'm going to say that there is definitely the cause for concern. Don't get me wrong, I'm excited to have the game. I'm very much looking forward to it. I just want to get my hands on it just to see what it's all about. I mean, especially because at this point, again, everything I've done Legion Alpha so far has been simply by proxy of watching streams, watching YouTube videos, reading web pages, just gathering as much information as I possibly could with the limited time I have to do this. So that being said, of course, I am very anxious to get my hands on it because I'm the kind of person where I'm not going to make a judgment call on how bad or good it's going to be just by watching other stuff. I can get an idea for what it presumes, to look like. And there's certain things that I'm excited about, certain things I'm not excited about, but I won't make an actual judgment call on how good it is or isn't until I get my hands on it and I play it and I get a feel for the leveling and the way classes function and endgame and all that stuff. So, with all of the things that still need to be polished up and made presentable for an expansion, definitely a lot of work to get done still. Just again, based on what I've seen, we still really haven't seen anything as far as endgame, really. I mean, we've seen some arenas, we've seen some dungeons. I'm not sure if they've released raid testing yet. That's concerning. Endgame zones. Are we going to get dailies back? Are we not? I don't know. There's really nothing there that's, at least that I've seen, that's been flushed out and shown in a way to where we kind of know what we're working towards or what we're getting to, aside from rated arenas or raiding. It's a little concerning. I don't know. like I said, I'm excited to have the game because I want to play it, but I'm also concerned. I'm afraid that we're gonna get something that isn't finished again. And if that's the case, in complete and total honesty, if that's the case, if we get a completely unfinished product again, that might be it for me. And I'm trying not to say that rashly or brashly or anything like that. Like, I'm not going to be like, if Blizzard doesn't give us a finished product, that's it, I'm quitting. Because if I end up still enjoying it, well, then it's worth it to me, I suppose. But it definitely would make me less inclined to stay subscribed. So, I don't know. I don't know what to say about all that. I think it'll be very, very interesting to see what all this looks like. Yeah, because, I mean, I feel like everything we've been presented with so far for Legion seems very shallow and surface level. And there's a lot to be excited about. There's a lot of cool things and things that are there, but I'm concerned really with it being, not enough. I'm concerned that the things that they're showing us, all the stuff that's meant to like kind of tease and get us excited. But again, where's the content? Where's the body? Where's the main content to it? So, with that, I don't know. This there's really not too much to say other than that. I can definitely say that I was a little bit surprised with the August 30th release date. Like, that's not what I was expecting at all. I really was expecting the later into September release. I thought they would kind of milk that for all it's worth. So, we'll see. I don't know. What do you guys think? Are you excited about it? Not excited about it? Do you share the same concerns? Are you totally cool with it? I don't know. I feel like everything is in such a volatile state right now where everything just feels like it's an argument and a train wreck waiting to happen. So I don't know. I don't even know if this video is worth making, but it felt like it was something worth talking about simply because, it's a hot topic right now and it's a big deal. Just trying to see, what the community thinks, what we're all speculating. But I think one thing I'm also concerned with is just class talent trees. So far, looking at a lot of the talent trees for classes, nothing really seems done. Everything just seems like it's really shambled. I feel like in order to make this game solid for release, is Blizzard's really going to have to putting in tons and tons of work in the office, and I don't know what this looks like, and I try to be reasonable when it comes to this kind of stuff too, because I'm not a game dev. I don't know what it's like to be a game developer. I don't know what it's like to run a multi-billion-dollar gaming company. I'm just a gamer that enjoys games and has enjoyed games for a long time, and so there's this weird bridge, I think, between actuality and perception, if that makes sense. So I don't know. Definitely ready to move on from Warlords of Draenor, though, and that happens at the end of every expansion. I'm just like, it was fun. I enjoyed it, bits and pieces of it, but I'm ready for things to move on. I'm ready for something new. That was the same thing, at the end of Mist of Pandaria. I enjoyed Mist for the most part, but it's the end of the expansion. I was like, okay, I'm ready to be done. So I feel like that happens to me a ton, and I feel like a lot of players can relate to that as well. So I don't know, but that's it. August 30th is the release. Hopefully we get a finished product. Hopefully we get something that's worth playing. Everything's fleshed out. I hope to God that Blizzard just puts its staff into overdrive. I hope they realize how important it is to get this right. How important it is for this launch to go well. That we don't have a repeat of Warlords of Draenor launch. That we don't have a repeat of Warlords of Draenor, content or lack thereof when it comes to, cut content and, content patches and things like that. And I'm not saying, too, that, we need to have as many content patches as vanilla, because if you think about how many patches were released during vanilla, that was so many. There was a lot, but it was so new, and there was things that constantly had to be changed and adjusted. That was in such a volatile state as well that it was it had to be, retouched up all the time. But even Burning Crusade and Wrath of the Lich King had a good amount of content patches, lots of different raids, PvP seasons, just ton. There's a lot to it, so it'd be cool if we saw more of that at least. But again, or at least somewhere in between that, what we got content wise and release wise during Burning Crusade, Wrath of the Lich King, and then in the more recent expansions. So I don't know, but that's about it. All I got for this video. Kind of a short, sweet, simple topic. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section about all of this. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to follow me on all the different social media platforms we got listed and posted around here as well. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff. We have started streaming again. Streamed Monday night. It was a ton of fun. We were at it for about 5.5 hours. I'm going to try to stream again sometime this week. So if you want to know when I'm going to go live, I do recommend following me on those social media platforms because I will be posting there as to roughly about when I will be going live. And then, of course, links to the stream itself. So, all right, guys, that's it from me. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.